Hi, I'm Jadi and welcome back to my channel. This is another video from the series Practical Programming Practices. You can find it on my GitHub, Jadi Practical Programming Practices. These are the series of some more practical, more fun programming questions, not the dull ones like calculating prime numbers, and not the competitive programming ones, which uses advanced recursion and this kind of stuff. Here I'm trying to write some program which are things that you may see in your ordinary life as a programmer. If you know your programming language, it's time to practice it with something fun. I will give you one question which comes from my life, my work, CTF games, questions on the internet. This is a question from Reddit. And then I will describe how I would solve it. Then you can try. You can even try before I describe it. Then I describe how I would solve it. Then you can try. Then I will program it in some programming language, maybe Python, Rust, Perl, whatever is fun for the moment. You are not going to just repeat my commands. You are going to program it for yourself later. In these questions, we will see different aspects of the programming in real life to see some very common patterns like counting things and this kind of stuff. Anyway, let me describe the question. This comes from Reddit in Do the Maths. Someone has asked, how many 3-digit numbers can be made using only 2 different digits taken from 1 to 9? So, from 1 to 9, you take 2 digits, say 4 and 2, and see how many 3-digit numbers you can create. So you may take 4 and 2, 1 and 9, 2 and 6, whatever. And then create some numbers. For example, 266, 626, 662, 226, whatever. And with any of these. So there should be lots of numbers, but how many? Calculating this via mathematics is not very difficult. You have a choice of 9 digits at first, then 8 digits, and you can create this method or that method and you can calculate. And we have the correct answer, 216. But we want to solve this using our programming skills. How? I would go with a for loop. I will have a loop from 100 to 999. I will check each of these numbers, for example, I, to see if it has 2 conditions. First, if it consists only of 2 digits. So it's like 622. I will say no to 631. So first I will count the digits in it. Then I would check if no 0. If there is no 0 in the number. In that case, this is a good number and I will count it. You can go and try it yourself. But I can describe a little bit more, especially on this one. In programming, we have the concept of sets. You know, in the mathematics, sets are different than lists. If you have a list, for example, in Python, or array in C, you can have 1, 2, 3, 3, 2. But if you are defining a set, for example, in Python as s equals set, and then you insert into your set or add to your set 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, your set will be 1, 2, 3. Because in sets, you cannot have duplications. So in our case, it's enough for each of those for I in 100 to 999, check the I, find the digits of I first. For that one, I have I reminder to 10. This is a very, very, very common pattern you will see in lots of places. I equals, I can say digit equals I reminder to 10. Let me write it a little bit more clear. Digit equals I reminder to 10. I equals I divided by 10. The integer division. So you can say int if it's needed. and do this 3 times. So if you have 4, 3, 2, the reminder to 10 is 2, right? So you say my digit is 2. On the next loop, and then I equals I divided by 10. So it would be 43, the integer. Again, reminder to 10, that will be 3. So the next digit is 3. And then I equals I divided to 10. 43 divided to 10, the integer part is 4. And its reminder to 10 is 4. So you have digits one by one. It's enough to define a set, add every digit here, and when this is end, when you have checked 3 times, so you have all the digits there, you can just check your set. If the length of set is 2, it means you had only 2 digits. And if 0 is not in this set, it means there was no digit 0. You can go and try to write it yourself. I will write it too. You can find all of this code in the JadiJadi Practical Programming Practices on github.com to solve other things. I try to include a video for every single practice I provide. If I want to write this, I can run Tmax. It divides and makes easier for me at least. You can do whatever you want. You should not just repeat what I did. Every person writes a different program. This is fine. I will write this one in Rust to make it more fun. So I can go with cargo init digits. City digits. I can divide my page. If you are not familiar with the Tmax, I have a video describing it. I'm a heavy user of the Tmax. And you can go to the tab, city digits, cargo, run, building. Okay, hello world. This is the default Rust program we have. I can start working on it. I will say in source edit main. Remember, a large program which is working used to be a small program which used to work. So I will just print all 3-digit numbers. That's it. For I in 100 to 999. Print line I. You can see it's easy. Even if you don't know Rust, it's 100% obvious what I'm doing. So you can do it in your own language. This series will help you to get grasp of the language. You just understood the syntax. You may need to search even. It's not a shame. I might search how to do for loop in Rust because I don't do it every day. Cargo run. Ow. It didn't work. Why? Rust is very friendly. It says you need 2 of these here. Why I always say 1. Cargo run. Okay, we printed all 3-digit numbers. There is no problem. There is no 999, but we don't want 999 because it doesn't use 2 different digits. So then I can say, okay, you did this and thank you. Now I want to check if this is a good number. I can say if good number. Good number is a number which has those conditions, criteria. If good number I, what to do? Print it. I don't have a good number, so I need to define my function good number. It gets I, and Rust I have to say this is an unsigned integer, and this returns back a Boolean value. And then I say true. So this will return true. So still printing all of the numbers with some warnings. Why you haven't used that variable? This is idiotic what you wrote. But I say, okay, I just wanted to make sure that this is working. So on my first loop, I'm going through all 3-digit numbers. I do a check to see if this is a good number. I defined good number here, and I should return back if this is what I'm looking for. But again, let's go step by step. First, I will check if I can separate all the digits. So as you saw, we need another loop on each of these. So when I got I here, I need a loop over it. I will find the reminder to 10 to get this. And then I change the number to the number divided by 10. Very easy. So I can say for list in or in nothing, more rusty, for a temporary variable 0 to 3, so 3 times do this. Do what? Let digit to be equal to I reminder 10. Okay, and then I equals I divided to 10. On Rust, you can write this like this. I divided equal to 10. This is more, I don't know, more fun. It's not fun. Anyway. Okay. And when changing the I, we need to define it as a mutable. Now I have all of this. So I say print line the digit you just found to make sure that we know what we are doing, and we have to return something. So here I will return true. Okay, now we have it. 993. So I'm here. The I is 993. I call good number. Good number will go 3 times. Each time it will find the reminder to the 10. Reminder to the 10 is 4. Then change the number to 99. So 99. The next time find the divider to 10 again, 9. And divide it to 10, which is 9. The reminder is 9. So I can separate the digits. Now I need to create a set. What I want to do is add all of these to the empty set. Add all of these to an empty set. And see at the end here, check if my set consists only of 2 digits. So 2 digits, its length is 2, and doesn't contain the 0. Cool. But I don't know how to work with sets in Rust. No problem. To be honest, I know what I'm searching for. As a Rust set. It's okay, Rust sets works like this. You have struct std collections high set. I'm showing you that, okay, you can always search. No shame in it, and many programs do search a lot, including me, because I don't have a good memory. Okay, say I'm going to use sets. There you can read completely how sets works. There are examples. Say, okay, let mutable books equals a set, a new set. Then insert something, and it should be a string, into this set. Then you can check the set length, or you can check if it contains. Everything we need is here. So I have my sets. As soon as I start this, I say let mutable digits, the other one was digit, equals hash set new. I have a new set. I find the digit. I don't need to print it. I just need to say digits insert digit to string. So I'm adding that to my set when every digit is done. So I have a set of 992. It's enough to say if digits len equals 2, and I want to check if it's equals 2, and not digits contains 0. Here, okay, if len is 2 and it doesn't contain 0, I have returned true. else I have to return false. But we don't need this in many languages. We can easily say return back this. And Rust, when you don't have a semicolon at the end of one statement and it's the last statement, it will return this value from the function. Here I'm saying return length is 2, it has 2 digits and doesn't contain a 0. So when this is true, it means it will return true. It's more fun than saying if this returned true, else returned false. So I have this. Let's try to run it again. Okay, this works, it's cool. This works, this is okay, this is okay, this is okay. It seems I've solved the problem, but it asked for the number of this. This is a very, very common situation. You create a variable, say I have let mutable, because in Rust I have to say that this is changing. Count equals 0. I start with 0, and each time I find something, I say count equals count plus 1, or as we write in these kind of languages, many languages, Python and everything, plus equals 1, add 1. And when you've checked all the numbers, just do a print line on count. This is also a very, very, very common pattern which you will see in many of your programs. You have a counter here, you change it, you print it or check it. Okay, so let's run. And we have the correct answer here. This is super cool. You try to write it again in your own language with different kinds, using 2 different functions, one to check digits, one to check 0, or anything you prefer. If you are on Python, you can convert it to a string. Do whatever you like. The point is you have to try step by step and write your programs. Have fun, practice your programming with fun questions by following me. Thank you. Self-promotion, practical programming practices, and Jadi and my channel, and tell your friends and do whatever you can. Enjoy your life.